Hello everyone, you can call me Nerdy, and this is what we pretend to be. Just turn the sound down a bit, because for some reason it always stays up high. Pick up some wheat. So this game, it's kind of not really a game, it's more like I would call it more of like a piece on the state of things. So, you know, you end up keep going to war. You only have 3 people, and it's kind of a game about showing the loneliness, the after effects of war. It's how I look at it. Keep exploring east. You come down here, you can buy new buildings, they give you extra bits. That's as far as you can go. So one building gives you more supplies quicker. You just have to keep putting wheat down, collecting the wheat, and then trading the wheat for more supplies. Eventually you go to war, you take the supplies with you, they feed a certain amount of soldiers. I think basically the name of the game is to kind of get to a point where you're supplying the soldiers with quite a lot. So far in the couple of playthroughs I've done, this farmer guy I have here, he'll go to war, he won't come back. The woman down there will take over, she won't come back. And then you've got the old guy, and you just keep constantly sending out things for him. All I seem to do is just keep putting down wheat, collecting it, grabbing more supply boxes, more wheat. Kind of like one of those never-ending cycles that you get in games sometimes. It's almost like the futility of... Oh, there you go. The war in the East has started again. So we sent 25 to supply to the war effort, which is nice. Use about half of what you've got. I get drafted. That's Chris the farmer. He died. A beer bugger. He bloody died. Goodbye, Mr. Farmer. Hello, Mabel the builder. I think it's kind of just one of those where it's commenting on sort of what happens in life. People go to war, they die, life goes on, that kind of thing. Whether that was what it was meant to be, I'm not sure. It's just that that's kind of all I see. Pick up some more. Let's see if I can get enough to buy the next building. There you go. So you got one building which will add 1 wheat harvest per stalk. This one shortens the wheat growth time, and then it does say to build a new house for 100 supply, but do you know what? I've never been able to build another house. So whether that's something they've added in for like future. Because the game's quite cheap at the moment. It's not that bad a game to while away half an hour, which is as long as the game is. You know, whether you know how long the old guy lasts for, I'm not sure. I've kind of gotten so far of him and just kind of gone, yep, that'll do. You know, there's only so much you can do picking up wheat. Yeah, so it's just plant the wheat, pick up the wheat. Can't really go wrong with the game. It's very simple. I would say it's probably more of a mobile game than a PC game, personally. But as I say, it is currently on Steam. It's under $2. So it's one of those that if you've got a spare couple of quid lying around and you want a game that will kind of just leave you feeling, what the hell have I been doing with the last half hour of my life, then yeah, grab this. You could definitely do worse. In fact, I'm gonna come here, so add 1 wheat for stalk, so you should then in theory get more. Unfortunately, once she goes to war, this is what when she goes to war is where the problems start, because you end up with just the merchant. Who's fine, he does exactly what the rest of them do. The only problem is he only ever has 1 building that I've seen. Let me just make sure I get a load of supplies. Now you could, in a way, kind of do this game if you have a bit of paper and pen. Has no start screen. Has nothing really to keep score. Doesn't save either, from what I can tell. But you could always get a bit of pen, a bit of paper, and just write down what was the. So the war effort starts in the east. You could write down that you sent 181 supplies, and it fed 90 soldiers, and then you could just try and do better each time. She gets drafted. She's gonna die. I know she'll die. Yeah. Seems to be the way of it. Seems to be the game. And then you take over as Spez. Spez the merchant. He has back problems. Oh. That house has stayed. They've all stayed. Okay, normally the houses disappear. Okay, so that's actually new. We'll see what happens after he goes to war. They might disappear after that. Flies. All ready for the war effort. The war needs to start again. You don't even take half of what you've got. As the merchant has gotten drafted and has survived. So yes, this kind of. I think this is just what happens. It just keeps going on and on. Almost like an endless loop. The village has been abandoned now because there's no one there. Which means that now I have actually lost my buildings. It's just me now. Pretending. See, building's gone. This building's left. It does say to build a new house from 100 supply. But actually if I press E, absolutely nothing happens. No new houses. Yeah, I think honestly it's one of those games. It's got a message about how lonely it can be, and how when you lose people into the fight, you kind of end up alone. Afterwards, I don't know. I should be sending the war effort about 1,000 if I can get move on for the last batch. Can't be far off. There it is. Your town sent 971 supply to the war effort. Help feed 485 soldiers. I got drafted and I survived. Of course it did. And the war goes on. I'm not going to keep going through and just showing you the same thing you've been seeing. I just want to just give you a quick show of this. It's a quaint little game. It's very nice music, very nice graphics. I think it'd probably do very well in the mobile store. For a PC game, it's not one that you're going to keep coming back to on a regular basis and want to play all the time, because it's just, there's not a lot to do. Now maybe there is stuff to come. It does have quite a poignant message about war and how people go to war and you lose them and you end up left alone because of it. But yeah, it is what it is, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.